Just a little bit of an update on the Lucky10p thing. Now that I got officially 2 copyright strikes, it suppresses my channel even more, which it makes sense as to why I wanted to take this down. But I decided to actually review the supposed copyright strike, right? So it apparently starts from here, and I want to show you real quick what it is, right? It is not even a clip of him. It is a face of him with a Sonic image making fun of him, pointing out that his logic is lacking. Now, because he would probably flag me again, I can't really, I can't really play it, right? But if he's like, here, that's me, that's all me, that's all me, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's me. I think this is even a still image. I'm just saying, reviewing the footage in question, none of this has his copyright. None of this has videos, right? This doesn't have anything, right? It is a blatant false copyright strike. Now, again, this guy is a washed YouTuber, right? He has over 200,000 subscribers, but the numbers, right, as they say, are just not good, really, for somebody of his, fan base or like his stature, so to speak, right? And I'm assuming that it's because, Destiny 2 is dying or whatever, hard times, yada yada. So he is washed, which, it's fine. Everybody hits that peak, everybody eventually falls or whatever. What I think is interesting to note, though, he still hasn't replied to like the fraudulent copyright strike he made. I'm gonna read out something that I said. I even went ahead and I checked to make sure, right, that he did not hide my comment. Apparently he did not. He just refused to answer it. So I'll tell you my statement. Stop false striking me. If there's an issue with a video from the past, I would have been fine taking down the video in question. However, you explicitly chose to apply a strike under the grounds of fair use violation when you know that's not the case. Now I have the footage in question to prove that, as well as I've shown you guys what I can describe what's being said in this clip so that he doesn't false strike me again. I even say explicitly, I said, okay, Lucky, it's okay to speculate by your logic. Okay, then let me make a speculation too. This guy, Harley Ryan Castro, is a fucking wimpy ass bitch who's probably lying, and most likely when these people act this way, when these people do these little tell signs, usually means everything negative about them is true. Because really think about it, this guy is striking me maliciously, right? I had reached out to him in a comment section where he doesn't get a lot of comments, right? He's not really like, and like the weirdness of it all is like the parasocialness, the strangeness. He's fucking using his kid as a way to get sympathy points on the internet to say the whole psychology. You're not going to get anything psychological past me. I'm the best psychologist out there. Like, yes, I get the psychology in it. You're writing a fucking boohoo statement and you're using your kid as a prop in order to try to look good, like a good dad. But in reality, we know you're shit. We know you're a shitter. And your actions, brother, your actions speak louder. There are going to be some people that are still invested in you from the nostalgia and bullshit, and they're going to go and try to say you're a good person, but we know that's bullshit. But the point is, you have all these ass-kissing statements, right? Then we have this one, right? He answers this. So he'll answer the ones that kiss his ass, right? But this one, well, this one he'll just ignore, right? It's funny. It's really funny. And now I said, hello, will you be removing the false copyright strike on my channel? I reviewed the footage and you struck me for a still image of your face. So would stand a reason I would win a court case. Do you plan to attempt to silence me with whatever funds you have remaining on your dead career? I would appreciate a true and honest response at least. And I would appreciate a true and honest response at least. Like, at least let me know, brother. Are you trying to do like a Vanoss thing where like, I speculated that like a bunch of the weirdos in the Vanoss crew that were being like they were essentially just trying to shut people up with their cash, and because that's really what it seemed like, So are you gonna try to do that? Or even if you want to go one step further and say like Trump, he tries to shut people down with his cash, like, what's the end goal here, bud? Like, are you going to admit that you're a fraud? Are you going to admit that you're just, because again, it speaks for itself when you strike someone's channel to actively suppress them for a still image of your face that has these transformative traits. I don't know. I feel like maybe taking it to court. I don't know if his end goal is to just dox me or to try to do this weird fun. I have to like look up on it, but like realistically speaking, he would lose this. Like that. I'm gonna see if I could take anything from him actually, because that would be funny and I would like to do that as well. But like in this statement alone, you can't even claim defamation because I say, okay, Lucky, you like to speculate. Here is my speculation. It's like, LOL, brother. You're like the stupidest motherfucker ever. Like YouTube said, I could go ahead and contact the claimant, right? Which means like I gotta make a fucking bootleg Yahoo address or whatever fucking the kids are using this day for emails. Email's dead, brother. But I have to use a fucking email, right? Like a fucking burner email account. Talk to this fucking idiot, right? Talk to him and be like, because initially I was going to do it because I thought somebody in the fucking last video was like, I met Lucky. He's a good guy for the 5 seconds that I met him. Like, he's like, I don't think he seems like really chill. And it's like, brother, okay, like I'm going to base my attention. But like, it's again, it stands to reason if this guy's going to strike me over a still image, not even footage, bro, not even footage, right? And the claimant is his name. It's not a studio. It's not anything like that. This guy is just a malicious little prick that's scared or like can't handle criticism, or he knows he could do this now probably because he gets numbers comparative to like I don't know, like a 10K or less channel at this point, despite having over 200,000 subs. He's washed. Nobody really gives a shit about him, I think, other than to like maybe continue to hang on to some nostalgia, right? Like, I guess here he had like a video where he's 7,400 views for 8 hours. But like, again, I don't know. I feel like if this was a hot topic, there'd be a lot more. It says the metrics, 917 views per hour. I mean, again, 297,000. And for the record, I think I made a video on this guy, right? Since this was 5 years ago, I think I vaguely remember the numbers being drastically different. But again, that could have been because Destiny 2 was a hot topic at the time too. And now that it's like, it's actively slowing down more so. And YouTube has also done this thing where they're removing like certain views from your videos. Like they're counting it as bots. There's a lot of shit that's changed, right? But at the end of the day, there's one thing that hasn't changed. It's that Lucky10p is still a fucking bitch that can't handle criticism, that apparently will maliciously strike you to try to damage you in some way. But the second that you apparently have any criticism for him, catch him in any contradiction and expose his dumbass, he'll go ahead and he'll cry, and apparently he'll use his child. This is the shameless action of a deadbeat father. He will use his child as a fucking prop on a YouTube community fucking post to get victim points to try to look like a good father. Holy fucking shit, bro. You're like one of the most pathetic human beings I've ever had the disgust of laying my eyes on. You look like a fucking cuckold. You talk like a cuckold. And again, the sheer audacity of using your child as a fucking prop. Oh, buddy. Like, on the levels of Nick fucking Rekieta. You're a fucking pussy, Lucky. I'm glad your career is fucking dead. You malicious striking fucking bastard. You wanted to suppress the fucking truth? Alright, you got it. The suppression of the truth is fully on. You made me delete the other 2 videos. If they're downloaded, they might end up finding their way somewhere else. But overall, everybody knows that you're a fucking dumb bastard that only tries to silence people with money. There's not an authentic thing about you, and your career is fucking dying. You're a pathetic, worthless trash heap, and I hope only the worst for you.